Hello everyone, welcome to Cultural Issues. I'm Dr. Yasar Bodur. I'm making this video to give you a brief orientation to our class and to introduce myself. Again, I'm Dr. Yasar Bodur. I will be your professor in this class. I'm an associate professor of elementary education at Georgia Southern University. I teach cultural issues on a regular basis along with some EDS courses, supervising doctoral research, etc. Some information about our class, as the name suggests, it's a cultural issues class, so we will be looking at some cultural matters. You'll have a better sense of what I'm talking about once I start talking about our course content. In this class we are going to use two textbooks. The first one is The Intersection of Cultures by Joel Spring. And this is a really comprehensive book that deals with a lot of cultural issues, that has a good balance of theory and practice. And the author of the book, Joel Spring, has been around for a long time. He knows what he's talking about. And in the book he provided a lot of examples of his experiences as an educator. I think you will enjoy this book tremendously, and then you will learn from it tremendously. Our second book, The Inner World of the Immigrant Child by Christina Igoa. This is a book that was written 20 years ago, in 1995, but the content of the book is very, very relevant. And in this book, Christina Igoa is talking about an intervention that she used when she was working with immigrant children. And her intervention was to understand the inner struggles and emotions of immigrant children, and using that understanding to help them learn and be successful in schools. You will be learning about a certain system that she calls the CAP system, which is an approach to education from a cultural, academic, and psychological points of view. You will find the book really useful, I believe. Now, this is a fully online class, and we will be conducting our class in a short summer term, and the fact that it's online has implications, and the fact that it's a short summer term class has implications, and we'll talk about these. I want to give you a general sense of our course structure. I am going to conduct a class around learning modules. We have 5 weeks to go through our content, and I'm going to have 5 learning modules. In other words, every week we are going to have a learning module, and each learning module is going to have a different emphasis, different focus, let's say. The first one will be the concept of culture, and we'll talk about the concept of culture, and we'll talk about you. We will learn about you as a cultural being. In the second module, we're going to look at the American culture. We're going to look at the interaction of cultures in the United States and the issues that arise from the intersection of cultures, like stereotyping and discrimination. And one of the big concepts that we are going to look at in that module will be the concept of white privilege. It's a very interesting concept. It's a very loaded concept. It needs to be understood properly. Hopefully we will get to a good understanding of the concept. In our third module, we are going to look at the immigrant children and their educational experiences. And in this module, we will really go into Christina Igoa's Inner World of the Immigrant Child. And then our fourth module will be on multicultural education. And my goal in that module is to bring everything that we have been studying until then, bring everything together and make sense of everything. And last module, module number 5, will be on SIOP, S-I-O-P, which stands for Sheltered Instruction Observation Protocol. We are going to look at teaching English language learners in module number 5, and SIOP is a model that was developed to help English language learners. And English language learners are children who may not have the level of proficiency needed to be successful in school. And there are strategies that you can use to help these children, and SIOP is all about that. Now, this is our general course structure. As I said, we have 5 weeks and 5 modules. Now, I want to talk about our module structure. Now, every module will have a overview page. When you go into the module, the first thing you are going to see is an overview page. This overview page is going to tell you what our goals are in that given module, what we will be studying, what our objectives are, and the number of and the actions or steps that you have to take to complete this module successfully. And I'm going to list things. I'm going to say, first, read chapter 5 and 6 from our textbook, and then I'll say, go and participate in discussion such and such, and I'll say, go and watch such and such video. So I will spell out everything that you have to do in that given module to complete it successfully. So once you have read the overview page, you are going to know what to expect. You are going to know what to do in that given module. Now, what I will suggest to you right now is that once we start a new module, when you see the overview page, you might want to print it so that you have it nearby at all times, and then you can put check marks on the items that you have completed, and then you will know what you need to complete more to finish the module successfully. Now, in addition to the overview page, I think one other significant piece of information about our modules is that each module is going to last a whole week. We start any module, every module, on a Monday, and then we complete the module the Sunday of that week at midnight. So from Monday to Sunday, we have the whole week to complete the module activities. So any type of assignment I have for you in that module, any type of reading I have for you in that module, or any type of discussion I have for you, you have to complete in that given timeline, because the following Monday we start studying something else. We start our next module. So please keep this timeline in mind. Modules go from Monday to Sunday. I believe our last week is a short week, so that might be an exception. Instead of Monday to Sunday, I think the last week goes from Monday to Wednesday or Thursday or something. You can find information in the calendar, but other than that, our modules are whole week modules, so you will have a whole week to complete everything. Now, one important thing, because this is a summer class, it's really important that you keep everything, in perspective. It's a summer class, it's short time, so everything will be finished in the blink of an eye. So you have to keep on top of your readings and assignments from day one. That's really, really important. If you fall behind, it will be very difficult to catch up in a summer class. And I do have quite a number of readings for you. I try to keep the assignment load manageable, but still, there are a lot of things to be accomplished in a short time. So please keep in mind, it's a summer class, and then you keep up with your readings and assignments from day one. Well, now that I mentioned the assignments, I might as well talk about the assignments. We have three major assignments in this class. The first one is called a cultural autobiography. As the name suggests, you're going to write an autobiography. You're going to examine yourself from a cultural point of view. You're going to answer a series of questions that I have for you, and those questions will allow you to kind of look deep into yourself, deep into your background, and examine yourself as a cultural being. The second assignment in our class is called an immigrant interview. As the name suggests, you're going to interview an immigrant. You're going to find somebody who came to the United States, who learned English in the United States, who had certain struggles, etc. It's important for you to find someone who's information rich for this assignment. Not everybody will give you the information you need. If you try to find a school child, even middle school or high school, for the interview, that may not be your best option. I think you should look for someone who's a grown-up, who spent time in his or her home country, then came to the United States, had to learn English, had to be supported by people. The more experiences they have, the more learning you will have. So I would like you to find somebody information rich, and you might want to start thinking about who to interview at this very moment as you listen to me, because you know, a lot of people find someone easily, but some people struggle finding someone. So you might have to ask some friends or relatives to suggest a person for you to interview. This is our major assignment. The immigrant interview is our major assignment. So you have to make a passing grade in this assignment to be successful in this class. And it's a really, really meaningful assignment because, you know, we talk about immigrant experiences, we read about immigrant experiences, but through this assignment you'll actually hear the immigrant experiences from the immigrants themselves. And this is a wonderful experience. My students in the past found this assignment to be very, very meaningful, very relevant to their teaching. So I'm sure it will be the same for you. Our third assignment is a PSYOP adaptation assignment. What it is that I'm going to give you a one-page social studies text for an upper elementary classroom, and I'm going to ask you to make this text more understandable or accessible to English language learners. Of course, there are more details to the assignment, but this is the general idea. So these are the three assignments. I try to keep it as manageable as possible given the timeline. 5 weeks is not a long time. Let's see. Once you go on the course website, you're going to find a module called Start Here module. Start Here module gives you the general information about the course, everything about the course, really. You're going to find the syllabus there, you're going to find the course schedule, the communication rules, the course structure, the assignments, the assignment rubrics. Everything you need about the course will be in Start Here module. So I would like you to study the material in Start Here module as soon as possible from day one. Once you have studied that, you will get a very good sense of what the class is about. I'm taking a step back. I'm going to go back to the module structure. I know I talked about the overview page and the assignments. In addition to the three major assignments in our class, we are going to have some module activities. I forgot to talk about those. We are going to have some module activities, and these will be weekly discussions, and these discussions will relate to the emphasis that we are looking at in a given module. For example, our module 1 will be about culture, therefore our discussions in module 1 will be about culture. In module 2 we will talk about American culture. So every module will have 2 discussions, and then I'm going to expect all of you to participate in these discussions. The questions that I will post will be really open-ended, will be reflective. I'm going to be really interested in your opinions about these issues that I will ask you to discuss. But at the same time, I'm going to need you to integrate whatever you learn from your course readings into your discussion posts, because the discussion forums will be my only way of keeping track of what you're learning in this class. So do not just present your opinion. Make sure that you integrate your learning, integrate the content from our course readings. That's very, very important. Now, remember, our modules will go from Monday to Sunday. So to apply this timeline into our discussion forums, when I post a discussion question, you have to complete the readings and everything. So I would like you to, all of you, to post a response to my prompt by Thursday midnight, Thursday of the module, and then the remaining time, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I would like you to spend time reading your classmates, your peers' responses, and commenting on them, replying to your classmates' responses. This is very important. I would like you to interact with each other, and as you will see in our discussion rubric, the minimum requirement for the discussion forums is that you respond to my prompt, and then you respond to one of your classmates. Keep in mind, this is the minimum, which means you do not get an A for that. It's minimum that gives you a B grade. So if you go beyond that, if you respond to at least 2 people, then you're eligible to make a full grade on the discussion forum, given everything else is fine. So please interact with your classmates, use your course readings as you respond to my discussion questions. The second type of weekly activities will be our case responses. I'm going to give you some case studies to discuss in every learning module, and these case studies are classroom situations, and I wrote most of them myself. These are really interesting classroom situations that you may come across yourself, or you know, some of your colleagues may have come across. These are interesting issues. You may or may not experience them ever in your professional lives, but still these are important things to think about, to consider as an educator. And in most of the modules, I mean in most of the cases, you're going to read about a certain dilemma, and then somebody will be asking for help. A teacher goes through a dilemma and says, you know, what should I do in this case? And then you will be helping the teacher. This is a lot of fun. You will be able to find the further details and instructions about the case study assignments on the course website. Let's see. I talked about the Start Here module. Everything is there. Make sure that you study it from day one. And on our main course website, I am going to keep a discussion forum titled Ask the Instructor. Ask the Instructor forum will allow you to ask me questions, and then I will respond to them as quickly as possible. Now, I try to keep our class as predictable, the class structure as predictable and as clear as possible. But still, you know, there may be something that's confusing to some of you or unclear. So in such times, you should not be shy about posting a question on Ask the Instructor forum, and I will respond to it as quickly as possible. Now, if you have a question that concerns you only, let's say you have a health problem and then you need to report it to me, you do not post that on Ask the Instructor forum. You email that to me. Ask the Instructor forum is only for course-related issues that may concern other people in our class. So once you post the question, I respond to it, and everybody is then able to see it and then get the information. Once again, this is a summer class. We are going to finish everything in a short time, so it's very important you do the readings in a timely manner, you complete the assignments in a timely manner, and then you participate in the discussions in a timely manner. I think this is all I can think of right now. I think I said it, but I'll say it again. The immigrant interview is the major assignment. It's the key assessment in our ESOL program. You have to make a passing grade, so please keep that in mind. And as you will see, I will have a video for every learning module. I'm going to introduce the module topic, the emphasis, related activities in a video. So I will be talking to you many more times. In every learning module, you're going to be listening to me. So until I talk to you next time, until I make the video for module 1, I wish all of you a wonderful, wonderful summer term. I know we will have a wonderful time in this class together. So goodbye for now.